Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lewis. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all safe and well. Now, today we're going to be continuing our series on compilations. So this is compilation Kaleidoscope. And today I think I've picked out another gem for you. Now, just in case you're new to the channel, or you've watched a few of the episodes and you've thought to yourself, well, why are you showing me compilations for? I'm a purist. I just want the individual albums. Nothing wrong with that at all. Now, these episodes are designed to give you some kind of insight into some of the other genres out there. So I found it when I was, it's an ongoing thing. When I'm introduced to new genres, I don't necessarily go out and buy the individual albums until I decided that I really want to pursue it. So I find some of the better compilations out there will give you an insight and a first initial taste of that particular sound, and see if it's something that you want to pursue. So that's the reason behind it. Obviously, those who don't like compilations, not a problem at all. I just think this is a good gateway into different genres and to see if you like it. And I have found through many of the compilations that I bought over the years, if that I like this compilation enough, I go and find the original albums from there, and so forth. So that's the reasoning behind it more than anything. So as I said, today I think I've picked out an absolute gem for you. It's a 2000 release and it's on the Schema label, and the compilation's entitled Metti una Bossa a Cena. There you go. I do like that cover, and I'm going to come to that in just a moment. This particular compilation, as you can tell from the title, is Italian based, and it's predominantly theme tunes from TV programs as well as movies of a particular era in Italy. So I've got a soft spot for it. It's something that I really enjoyed. So when I encountered this album originally, it blew my socks off. Hopefully you'll feel the same, and if you don't, at least you've got to hear it, and you can see if it's something that you want to pursue for your own collection. Now, the gentleman responsible for this compilation in terms of compiling it is a gentleman called Gerald Frisina. He is a musician, artist in his own right, and please check him out. He's got some wonderful pieces of music out there. But yes, I just thought this is a superb album or compilation, and I just wanted to share it with you. So first of all, straight out the gate, I do love the cover. It's that kind of retro futuristic kind of image. Yeah, I'm sure the property in which this image was taken from was super high tech for its time. And yeah, I really like the cover. I find it super interesting. Yeah, hopefully you'll feel the same. If you don't, you know. Okay. So, first of all, don't confuse this particular album with Ennio Morricone's quite similarly titled album or soundtrack called Metti una Sera a Cena. I'm sure this compilation took its inspiration from that particular soundtrack, and one of those soundtrack tunes are actually featured on this compilation. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind it. I found this to be a fantastic example of obscure and forgotten gems from Italian TV and film. The tracks featured on this particular compilation, I would describe them as a whole. I'll give the following adjectives here: delicious, sentimental, decadent, sophisticated, and sensual. That's what you're in for when you do give this a listen. Yeah, it's right in my wheelhouse, what I like. For me at least, this compilation transports me to that imaginary place where everything is somewhat brighter, colors are more vivid, aromas are, far more, prominent. It's sunflowers, meadows, that kind of thing. It's summer all year round. um, I can imagine myself listening to this album, driving down one of the coastal roads on the Riviera in an exotic classic coupe, or one of those kind, or if not driving, it would be like on a speedboat, but not just any speedboat. It's going to be one of those Italian wooden ones. I think they're called the Rivas, something like that. Yeah, those kind of luxurious ones. This album puts me in the mind of it. So yeah, it does its job. I just think this is a fantastic experience. So if you've never seen this before, or you've never really got into Italian soundtracks, this is a really good gateway into it. I've got no doubts that if you try and pursue the original scores, if somebody who does have it is willing to sell it, you're going to be spending quite a bit of money. I'd put it on a similar par to kind of like Japanese music, that it's going to be expensive. So see if you like it first, and then from there, if you decide that this is a genre that you wish to pursue, get your credit card out, because you're going to need it. The tracks that I would recommend from this particular compilation, there's quite a few, but I'll go through them with you. Amori Finiti by Giancarlo Gazzini. Again, Giancarlo, that's a really nice name. I quite like that. A track called Panorama by Paolo Orlandi. The third track I'll go for is Temi di Linda by Franco Macalisi. There is a track called Hurry to Me by Ennio Morricone, and that's the track which comes from the Metti una sera a Cena. And the last track that I would recommend from this album is Misgiving by The Black Fire. Yeah, I do adore this particular album. I originally had it on CD. Yeah, it was just of that era where I was collecting CDs at that stage, but I was super glad to get a vinyl version of it, and I haven't looked back since. I do play this quite often. I adore it, and hopefully you'll feel the same once you've actually given it a listen. I think you'll be able to get this relatively cheap. It's a question of finding it and desiring it enough, but it won't be silly money for this particular compilation. So I just think of this as a kind of like underrated gem. So yeah, give it a listen, see what you think, see if Italian film and TV scores is in your wheelhouse, something that you like. But this is a really good launch pad for all of that. So yeah, give it a listen. Yeah, as you know, with these episodes, they're just one compilation, so I'm going to leave it there, give you something to mull over in your quiet time. So thank you very much for joining me today for this episode. I'm really glad to show you this particular compilation. Yes, please look after yourselves, stay safe. If you found this episode remotely interesting or entertaining, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing and commenting down below. Your opinions, your viewpoints on things are always welcome, so feel free. Okay, so until the next episode, please do look after yourselves and take care. Bye bye.